Okay, so the chapter name is equations, and I'll give you a question. Please try to answer this before we go forward. So there is a question on the screen and you have multiple choice also. So please select the one which you think the most appropriate. So you may use the chat box to communicate with me, or you can unmute and tell me the answer. It is your choice. You can put it in the chat box, or you can unmute for a second, tell me the answer, and then again go on mute. Ritika Reddy says it is D choice and Simran D choice. Others? Any of you have any other answer? You can tell me. Yeah. So Ritika is clarifying months in a year. Okay. Prima facie, okay, students who are aware of this or done this before, definitely at a glance, they will realize that this is already done because this question you don't forget easily. So if you are doing it at least once, you will not forget this. So most of the times, okay, little background information you should have to solve this question. So I'm just giving you an example like, say for example, 5x is equal to, say 100. What is x value here? So you will immediately say x value is 20. Right? So if you have one variable that is x, so you are having an equation that will help you to solve x. One variable, if you have one equation is sufficient to get the answer or value for that x. Okay, so let's move on and see if I have two variables, x plus y is equal to 100, x minus y is equal to 40. So I have two variables now. Please understand now it is two variables. So if I have to get x and y values, I need two equations. Otherwise, I will not get. If it one equation, there could be multiple answers for this. Right from 199 to 98, 3. Like that, you will have x and y multiple values which satisfy that 100. If I have to have unique values, okay, if I have to have unique values, then I need two equations. So from this, I understand that 2x is equal to 140. If I am adding, y will get cancelled. Okay, 140. So x value is equal to 70. When x is equal to 70, y is equal to 30. So try and substitute 70 plus 30 is 100. 70 minus 30 is 40. Both are getting satisfied. Right? So what is the learning? One variable is one equation. If you have two variables, you need two equations to solve. So now coming to the question, how many variables are there? Okay, in this question, how many variables? So obviously you can see that A is there, B is there, C is there. That is, you have three variables. You have three variables. So logically, whatever we have done so far, with that you should be able to tell me if you have three variables, how many equations you need to have to solve this. One variable, one equation, two variables, two equations, three variables. Put it in the chat box or unmute and tell me. Extending this logic, three variables. Yeah, three equations. Perfect, Simran. So you need three equations. But here if you see, okay, you have only one equation, but three variables. So all whatever we are discussing is something like mathematical or it is related to maths. But this question is more of a reasoning. This question is more of logic building, or it is a reasoning question. It is not mathematics. So math says one variable, one equation, two variables, two equations, three variables, three equations. That is maths. But one equation, but three variables and multiple choices are there. So you have to decide which one is the best among the given choices. So there is no none of this. So what is that you have to do? Pick up the best one. Okay. So if you are looking at this, okay, there is some number here. Okay, 366. Does it have a significance? What is 366? Generally, if it is coming to your mind, is there some significance to that? So 366 is number of days in a leap year. So same equation, I can also write 31A, 30B, 28C, which is equal to 365. So see here now, 365, 28C change here, 29C is 366. So I can also give you this equation like this and ask you what is A plus B plus C. So when I say 365, you will immediately say these are number of days in an ordinary year. But few students recall 366 is number of days in a leap year. So that means we are talking about days, and 31, okay, few months have 31 days, few months have 30 days, and 1 month, depending on leap year, non-leap year. So you have 29. Okay, depending on leap, non-leap, you have 29. So that means if you are looking at A, B, C, A, comma, B, comma, C, this is what is that they are denoting number of months. What is that they are denoting number of months. Mayank, please mute. Mayank, please mute. 366 is number of days in a year, or 365 is also number of days depending ordinary leap year. So what is A plus B plus C here? A plus B plus C is one calendar year will have 12 months. Okay. So here A, B, C are denoted as months. So in one calendar year, you will have 12 months. So this is more of logic rather than maths here. This question is more of logical thinking or a reasoning question. Okay, so look at the question, look at the choices, and mathematically it is not possible to solve because three variables are there. You need three equations to solve. So few students have joined after we started this problem. I'll just repeat it. All of you can see the screen. There is a question which is 31A, 30B, 29C is 366. What is the value of A plus B plus C? So little background about this is one variable, one equation that will help you to solve or get the value of variable. If you have two variables, two equations are required to solve and get the values, unique values. And three variables means you need three equations. But in this question, there is only one equation, but three variables. That means it is not related to maths. It is more related to reasoning or logical thinking. So when I look at the numbers 31, 30, 29, 366, 366 is number of days in a leap year. That is one calendar year. In a leap year, you have 366. So 31, few months have 31 days, few months have 30 days, and 1 month will have 29. So if I sum up, it should be equal to 366. So A, B, C is, okay, what? They are, okay, months here. A, B, C is months. So in one calendar year, how many months will you will have? 12 months you will have. Okay, hope everybody is able to get. Anybody wants to take a screenshot of this, you can take it or print a screen and save it in a Word document so that you can, have a look later also. Okay, so now if you, so let's go forward now and see. Uh, Why quantitative aptitude? Okay, so aptitude includes your arithmetic chapters as well as your reasoning chapters. So what is aptitude? Basically, do you have that interest in that or not? So that is aptitude. Whether do you have that interest? So few questions related to whatever work you want to do. So they might ask just to ensure that basic calculations you can do, that is arithmetic, and all those chapters generally related to school. Okay, whatever chapters you have learned in your school. So chapters like numbers, chapters like LCM, HCF, or averages, or percentages, or profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest. Okay, so all this you have learned it long back ago. So they want to check again, do you have that basic mathematical, okay, calculations? And to test your logical skills, okay, so the reasoning part. Okay, so little bit few, again, because all of you are graduates, little bit of English is also expected from you. And especially if you are targeting multinational companies. Okay. So multinational companies which have, okay, more than one geographical presence. And okay, little bit, okay, again related to your subject, some of you might be having a proficiency in Java or Python or any of the programming languages or anything related to computer science or electronics, whatever field you have chosen. So generally questions from aptitude and then technical round will be there. So why quantitative aptitude? Ability to analyze and decide. That is, if you have aptitude or quantitative aptitude, you have that analytical thinking. Okay. So you start thinking with your based on, okay, so logic, step by step thinking. Okay, logical. So not memory, but intelligence in action. Okay, so it is not this question what you have done previously. No formula is there. Okay, you can't use any formula to solve that question. Only thing is you are thinking logical to solve that question, whatever question we have discussed. So it is not memory. Why quantitative aptitude? Because they want to test your intelligence. Okay, so logical thinking, step by step thinking, do you have? Analytical thinking based on data, can you decide? And ability to solve problems. So do you have that problem solving skill in you? So day in and day out in your personal life also, you start encountering problems and you keep solving them also. So whatever problem comes, okay, so along with the problem, you start getting some solution also how to solve it. So be it personal, be it professional, okay, problems are everywhere and you keep solving them. In official life also, you start encountering problems and you keep solving them. So that is what they want to check. Do you have that problem solving skill in you, ability to think fast? Okay, and measures your mental speed, how quickly you are able to decide based on the, so step one, step two, step three, and this is how you are deciding. And critical thinking for complex problems also. Critical thinking for complex problems also. Okay. So, so students are using, you are eager to write it on the screen. So whoever trying to attempt to write it on the screen, I can see the names also. So please don't use it. Okay. So, and how to improve in aptitude concept first. Focus on understanding concepts before speed. Okay. Focus on understanding concepts before speed. And this will help you to answer tricky questions also. This will help you. This will help you to answer tricky questions also. Focus on understanding concepts before speed. So that is once you are good in concepts, automatically after a few questions, you start picking up speed. This will help you to answer tricky questions also when you stick to the concepts, basics, fundamentals. Treat maths as real-time application. Basic numeric ability is a must. Okay, so you do lot of purchasing or shopping or e-commerce shopping, or your parents might ask you to get something. So quick arithmetic calculations will always be there when you go out to buy. So speed and accuracy are important, hence practice is the key. So practice, practice, practice. Time and practice is also important. So 20 questions, 20 minutes, 30 questions, 30 minutes like. So both speed and accuracy, this will not happen in one day or a period of time. Say for example, in 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, you will definitely able to pick up speed as well as accuracy also. Okay, so key is practice. Aptitude is the fairest test. That is why companies or government, any bank exam, you see arithmetic reasoning, any central government, state government, SS. Okay, so your RRB or SSC Staff Selection Commission, or state government Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, arithmetic and reasoning will always be there. It creates a level playing field. Same questions for everyone and no bias or no favoritism. Okay. And objective and computerized Singh. Okay. So please don't use. Okay. So I can do it. So just wait a second. Let me apply. Just a second. I will not allow you to disable annotation for others. So you people have that curiosity. Okay. Somebody has. Okay. Creates no bias, no favoritism, objective and computerized. Your stream doesn't matter, your thinking does. Your stream doesn't matter, your thinking does. So irrespective of your okay, technical studies, okay, so your level of thinking is what is tested by the interviewers, or the other way of testing is conduct an aptitude round for you. Do you think on your own? Do you think on your own? Okay. So creates a level playing field, same questions for everyone, no bias, no favoritism, objective and computer. Your stream doesn't matter. Okay, your thinking does. And okay, so what is that you can see? Uh, mm, uh, so Asifia, I see a question, sir. Do we get recorded classes after some time? Maybe after 10 days, 15 days, I'll give you access. Okay, so this is what okay, students finding some comfort mode. Okay, so I don't attend classes, but I want to have a recorded ones and see it later. But you will not be able to see it later also, even though you have access to the recordings. Most of the time, okay, students don't see that record. Recording is everywhere available. Okay, so many YouTube, so many channels, so many, okay, these there for you to learn, but you don't find enough time to. Okay, so please attend the classes regularly, 8:15. Okay, so I would like to tell you, okay, so please log in by 8:15. We'll start the class by 8:15. And it will go up to definitely 9:15, but 15 minutes, okay, 9:30, depending on the chapter. Okay, so you could see a circle. Basically, I want to say this is knowledge. Okay, so knowledge, when
So
you
why
ask,
I asked about recorded classes because I didn't join 5 minutes early, so I missed about
ah, I,
syllabus and all.
I appreciate that you asked, Sifia. Generally, I mean, okay, so once I say that a recording is available, students start getting that comfort. Okay,
No,
so
sir. No.
okay, so they miss on the classes, and they think that they have, because recording is there, they think that they can access it anytime, but they will not be able to do that because you become too busy with your technical subjects or something else. Okay, so you will not have time to go through the recordings. Okay,
Oh,
so in
okay.
and so this is what, why. Okay, so when you ask questions like what, why, you get knowledge. And what is the second circle? It is about skills. Okay, so skills is something when you ask, okay, how to do that, something that is skill. So can anybody tell me what is the difference between knowledge and skill? Are they both same? First of all, tell me that. Is knowledge skill same? Say yes or say no.
No.
No. Okay, so I could see students saying no. Definitely it is. Skill is a specialization in knowledge. Okay. So now that you people are saying definitely no, can you tell me what is the difference between knowledge and skill then?
Knowledge
In
is
your,
what we know,
okay.
and skills what we are going to learn now.
Okay, fine.
In my best knowledge, knowledge is theoretical approach to a concept. Skill is more of a practical approach.
Perfect, perfect. Skill is, Ayush also telling skill is application of knowledge. Okay, true. Ayush, you are there. Simran, to some extent, Asifia, you are also there. Uh, Fine. I'm just drawing a triangle and ask you some, just assume that they are straight lines, even though, okay, so assume that they are straight lines, then it's a triangle and there is a 90 degrees here. So I simply ask you a question now. Say this is, say 3 meters and say this is 4 meters. Now tell me what
Five
is this?
meters.
Yeah, instantly some of you are answering as if,
Yes,
yeah,
5 meters. Yes.
perfect. Okay, you are saying 5 meters. So how 5 meters?
Sir, according to Pythagoras theorem, 3 square plus 4 square equal to 5 square.
Perfect. So did I tell you about Pythagoras theorem now? So you already have knowledge of Pythagoras theorem and when it is to be used. So this is called knowledge. Okay. And today you are applying this to solve a problem which you have encountered today. So when I said one side is 3, other side is 4, it's a right angle triangle, you instantly told answer is hypotenuse is 5 meters. Okay, so as you look at the question, mind is drawing. Okay, so somewhere stored. Okay, so this is a right angle triangle. Two sides are there. Hypotenuse I can always find out by squaring both the sides and taking the root of it. Sum of the squares and getting that root. Okay, that is 5 meters. So are you able to understand what is knowledge? Knowledge is knowing Pythagoras theorem. Then what is skill? Application of Pythagoras theorem for today's problem. Okay, I read a book, I get knowledge. But later, 30 days later, 60 days later, 1 year later, I start using something I have read and that becomes skill. Okay, so why this difference you need to understand. Knowledge will help to, okay, academics. If you are good in knowledge, you get good scores in your academics. Okay, so academics generally test the students' knowledge. Okay, so define something. So that is knowledge. Okay, so 3 marks question, 5 mark question, 8 marks, 10 marks, like that. So knowledge, okay, students when start studying PDFs or shared documents or textbooks, so you gain in terms of knowledge and thereby you start scoring marks or grades. Okay, so generally good at okay, good at academics. But companies want okay, students with knowledge plus the student should also have skill sets. So companies want students with skills or skill sets. Okay, so you should not stop acquiring. Okay, knowledge is very much required. So please try to convert that knowledge to skill. This one extra step is insisted by companies or whenever they do the interviews or whenever they conduct the written exam. So they ensure that are you skilled enough or not. So please run this extra mile. So all of you are good in scoring marks. Academically, you may be brilliant. Okay, you have might have excelled in some of the papers, maybe scored 10 out of 10 in CGPAs. Okay, but companies insist that you should be skilled. So that little extra is very, very important. So if you are learning a concept, ask questions like where it is used. So why I should learn it. So where it is applied. So these little extra questions will help you to convert knowledge into skill sets. Especially if you are a student of computer science, so there are you are given enough lab time to practice and convert that knowledge into skill sets. Okay, so use your lab time well and convert whatever concepts you learned theoretically. So implementation part. So you have to become practical, or you have to, by practice, you start building up skill sets. So for your interview purpose or for getting that placement, okay, if you are interested to get that placement, don't stop with knowledge, convert that into skill set. And one more extra circle which is there, that is your desire. So how fast or how quickly you need a job. Okay, so that matters. So some students may be desperate to get job in a month's time, 2 months time, 3 months time, 6 months time. Maybe they want to support the family, or they see that okay, so one more member in the family earning might reduce some problems at home. So the desire, okay, how fast, how quick, okay, you want to get your job. Okay, uh, that is okay. So more and more, okay, you want it, definitely the mind will start giving you solutions how to get that. So if you constantly think how to get the job, your mind is also telling you how to get that job. So you find avenues, you find opportunities, and how to get that. And attitude is okay. So even though we use this word, but it is a very powerful word. And students who are good in knowledge, students who are good in skill set, sometimes because of attitude, they might miss job opportunities. So especially it is not only technical team which does the interview, there is also a HR person or a managerial person who would like to ask few questions, only a few questions, but okay, their decision has weight. Okay. So sometimes cleared by technical, but somehow HR or somebody from managerial team is not happy. Okay, so they might, so they don't want a wrong person to enter an organization, because one wrong person in the organization can spoil the entire atmosphere in the office. Okay, so attitude also plays a role. Okay, so whenever time is there, we will discuss more about these words. But you should be okay. So I see that 65 participants in the session, but how many of you want job in next 1 month, next 2 months, next 3 months, next 4 months? So please, okay, so your goal should also have a time frame. So I cannot have indefinite goals. So if my goal is to get job or placement, okay, so in how much time? So give yourself sufficient time. I'm not saying you should get it in 1 month. So depending on your current, okay, so your skill set, what is your current skill set? What is the knowledge you are acquiring on a day-to-day basis? So would you like to give yourself 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever, some reasonable time, but definitely give a time. It cannot be indefinite. It cannot be indefinite. Even 6 months is okay. Okay, 6 into 30 on you have 180 days from today to get your job. If somebody is targeting to get job in 90 days, that is 3 months time. So begin your countdown from today. Start counting it down. So tomorrow it is only 89. Day after tomorrow it is only 88. Okay. So if you are working like that, definitely you will get your placement or you will get your job. And if you give that time, an indefinite time to your mind, it is not in a hurry. Okay, it's all about all competitive exams, especially getting a job and placement, is your mental preparation, not of physical effort. How mentally you are prepared to get this job or get the job. So more of mental preparation, less of physical effort. So how qualitatively you are spending your time so that some improvement is happening. Today is okay. You should have your today better than yesterday. Simple parameter to measure whether you are on right path or not. Is my today better than yesterday? What is that new learnings I had today when compared to yesterday? I am richer by one concept. That's fine. I am richer by two concepts. Great. I'm richer by three concepts. So measure your progress. Okay. So on a day-to-day basis, is your today better than your yesterday? Knowledge-wise, skill-wise. So like this, you have to progress. Okay. So like this, you have to progress. And definitely if you are tracking your progress, so that means you are on track and you will get your job. So first, give yourself sufficient time. Think about your skill set, assess your own skill set vis-a-vis the competition outside, or vis-a-vis with the members of your class only, or members of your institute. So how others are faring when questions are asked in the class or when some tests are conducted. So if there is some competition within your institution, that means if you are applying in an open market, so that means there will be a huge competition from other institutes, other colleges also. Okay. So, and moreover, okay, so there is something like you should be doing some of you might be know about this SWOT analysis. So usually we ask the students to do this. So what are your strengths? So your ability to focus on your strengths or get some mileage out of your strength, STRENGTHS. Okay, so every student will have strengths. I have not seen a student without any strength. But you need to identify what is your strength. So some may be good in arithmetic, some may be good in logical thinking, reasoning, some may be good in technical, okay, or your subject knowledge. Okay, so somebody may be good in communication, somebody may be good in attitude. Okay, so every student has certain strengths. So identify your strengths first, how to capitalize your strengths in order to get your job or get your placement. So these are my strengths. Make a list of your strengths. Okay, so it is not for resume purpose. Okay, so for resume purpose, most of you might have, okay, copying from other resumes. I don't think any student would have actually assessed himself, herself, and written it on resume. Most of the time, it is something like copy paste work. I find I go through 4 5 resumes and see that these are the strengths mentioned, and I put it okay, in my resume. So that means okay, so no true evaluation done for yourself. So spend some time with okay yourself. Okay, then start identifying your core strengths. Okay, so I'm good at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, whatever it is, whatever it is. Then, okay, so make use of those strengths. Okay, so to convert, okay, so how it can help me to get my job or placement. Okay, somebody is an early riser. Okay, so somebody goes to, okay, early to bed and early to rise. That is a strength. And somebody thinks that if everybody, okay, slept at home, I want to read for another 1 hour or half an hour or 45 minutes before I sleep. I want to learn this concept. Okay, so that is again your strength. Okay, so identify those timings which are best suited for learning. And you think that, okay, so these are the times out of these 24 hours. Okay, I have these hours which I think, okay, so I read it once, I'm able to get it. I read it twice, I'm able to get it. So identify your best hours and start learning those hours. And at the same time, some hours, even if you start reading, it is not getting into your head. So maybe that is a time when you can, okay, spend some time with your friends. And please be aware that so many distractions are there for you, okay? Especially when you are there on the social media or any of the sites, okay? You think that you want to relax, but relaxation for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes is okay. But relaxation for hours together is not relaxation. It is killing your time. Okay, so how many of you truly assess yourself that how many hours you are there on your mobile phone? Is it 2 hours in 24 hours, 4 hours in 24 hours, 6 hours in 24 hours? Make a true assessment. Unknowingly, knowingly, you are actually, okay, if you are spending too much time on your mobile phone, that means it is not contributing to your success. It is only delaying the process of getting the job. Okay, so assessment should be true to yourself. I am not asking an open question that so and so how much time. So at your age, you have to make a true assessment of yourself. Okay. So before you start trying to win the world, you have to, okay, win yourself first. Okay, how many hours? Okay, can I add whatever I am doing or whatever I am studying now? That's fine. Can I add few more hours, like 1 hour more or 2 hours more, so that I can get my job quickly? Okay, so even if you are reading 4 hours a day and adding 1 more hour or 2 more hours, definitely you are okay. So your now time is getting reduced so that you can get your job in okay fast. So truly, and how many of you okay? So late night you are just on your mobile phone chatting with your friends. So there are so many distractions. My point here is okay. So please know that there are too many things which can distract this generation. So every generation will have something to distract. Okay, in your generation, mobile phone is the one which is taking away your time. Okay, so some of you know it, some of you don't know it. Okay, so how many of you have this habit of watching series, web series? And I have seen students, okay, so some new web series started and it has 6 episodes. And the students, okay, I had seen students who had seen all the 6 episodes in one sitting. Maybe it is 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, okay, 40-minute episode, whatever be the time. So after one episode, they don't stop. They get to the second, then third, fourth, fifth. That means, okay, so 6 solid hours or 5 solid hours wasted on a web series. So is it required at this point in time when you are seriously want a job or a placement? Okay, so you can still see these web series. Okay, anytime later also after getting the job also 2 months. Okay, after getting the job 3 months after getting the job still you can okay catch up with what you have missed. So identify your own weak areas. So the next point here is S is for strengths and W is for your weak areas. Okay, so what are those weak areas which is actually hindering okay your progress? Okay, heart of the heart, you have want to progress. You want to see okay some progress happening to you, but there are certain weaknesses in us which is not okay helping us to move forward. So you need to identify those weaknesses which is not helping you to get your job, which is not helping you to get your placement. So once you are able to identify them and start plugging in those weaknesses, so now, okay, so there is again possibility that you get your job faster. So O is for opportunities, keep options open, be in touch with your seniors or somebody who's already working in IT companies or whatever. Okay, so friend or friend brother, friend sister, whatever. So keep all the opportunities. You might also okay enroll in Freshers World, or there are so many sites which we are helping the freshers to get job. So be a part of that WhatsApp group or whatever Telegram group. Okay, so and start receiving those messages where opportunities are there. Then okay, T is for threat. Okay, S is for strength, W is for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threats. So what is a threat? Threat is something like external. Okay, weakness is internal. Okay, I may have a weakness, that is my internal problem. Okay, so I can always find and fix that weakness. But threat is something external. We will not be able to do much. Say, for example, the war which is going on since couple of months, and the impact you are already seeing: rise in petrol prices, rise in diesel prices, rise in oil prices, food grains. Okay, everywhere you can see that impact. Okay, so shortage of your LPG, cooking gas and all that. So this is an external, okay, which we will not be able to do much. The threat is external. And there is a positive side of this globalization. There is a flip side of globalization. One country, two countries getting affected, that impact is shown on other countries also because of free trade policy. Okay. So we don't know what type of threats. COVID was a threat for the entire humanity. Nobody anticipated, nobody expected in so much of science we talk about, but still, so we were indoors for a couple of months, couple of days. So COVID was a threat. It is completely external. So watch out for the threats. Okay, so why I'm telling you that? So there is a little downward trend in terms of recruitment by companies. So the TCS global head, so Chandrasekharan was telling in the annual general body meeting, which happened a week ago. So we'll not be going to colleges and recruit in a mass, like thousands and hundreds we used to declare recruit earlier, but nowadays, we are thinking it twice. Probably starting this year, we'll not go and do that mass recruitment. Okay, so when leaders of big companies speak, obviously the smaller companies will also start thinking twice. Okay, so many companies, if you look at their annual reports, or quarterly reports, because you want to associate yourself with the industry, you should also follow what is happening in the industry. So not a great sign, in terms of recruitment. People talk, they do, do the recruitment. It is not that they are not going to do, but the numbers might be little less, or the numbers might be, fewer. So that means there will be more competition now among the students. So I'm only, trying to get you some awareness, so that you can prepare better. Okay, I'm not discouraging you all, disparaging you all, but anticipate the threat and prepare yourself better. So instead of 10 people, they might go for 8 people, 6 people, like that. Instead of 500, they might go for 400, 300. Jobs will be there. It is not that, so jobs will always be there. But the number, so the type of numbers what they recruited earlier may not be that much of recruitment coming years. So there is always a graph. Okay, if you see the graph, more or less, so it is never a graph. Okay, so if you look at some years, so the graph will not be like this. So generally, there will be some up, some downward movement, then some up movement, some downward, some up, some down. So always, up and down, up and down, up and down. Few years they might go for. After COVID, there was massive recruitment happened in IT companies. All of you are aware. All those who had just a degree, sometimes, so without much of screening, because they want manpower, so they absorbed it immediately after COVID. But during COVID time, there was less, jobs. So for a year, there was a dull period. Okay, so and after COVID and when things started opening up, there was mass recruitment which happened. So that is up. Again, there will be down, then there will be up. Okay, so prepare yourself, gear up for all these external threats. So I'm only telling you that, so prepare well so that, you can face the competition. Okay, so coming back to SWOT, we are already done: strengths, weakness, opportunities, threats. Okay, so please write down your strengths. One or two weaknesses may always be there. So please try to plug in those weaknesses so that your progress. It is not that you are climbing 2 steps up and 1 step downwards. Again, 3 steps you want to go up and you went up also. But something is pulling you down. That is your weakness. 1 step down. So 2 steps up, 1 step down, or 3 steps up, 1 step down. So imagine a situation there is no step down, it is only going up. Okay, so now you are moving at faster rate. So once you plug in your weaknesses, your movement will be faster. Okay, so success, getting a job. So you should have knowledge, you should have skills, you should have attitude, you should have desire. Okay, so changes are required in shifts of knowledge, attitude, and so let me delete this now, whatever is written on the screen. Okay, so let's take up some questions solving day-to-day problems. Say, for example, say here if you are looking at the total number of boys and girls in a class is 52. If the number of girls is 10 more than the boys, find find the number of boys. If the number of girls is 10 more than the boys, find the number of boys. So quickly solve it. Tell me what is that answer you want to give for this question.
Obviously, 21, 31.
Yeah, I could hear Anushka saying, so if you are, so basically you want to frame an equation to solve. So two variables are there. Definitely I'm going to get two equations. Boys plus girls is 52, equation number 1. So if the number of girls is 10 more than the boys, if the number of girls is 10 more than the boys, whatever be the boys count, plus 10 is equal to girls. So now I am putting B plus 10 plus B is equal to 52. So my 2B is equal to 52. So my B is equal to, sorry, 52 minus 10, which is 42. My B is equal to what? 21. Okay, so equations, if you are able to frame, you get the solution. So getting the equation right, once you get the equation right, it is only about solving it now. It is only about solving. Hope you are able to get this. Okay, so now look at this and try to tell me what answer you will give. The present age of Ramu's father is 3 times that of Ramu. Present age of Ramu's father is 3 times that of Ramu. After 5 years, the sum of their ages will be 70 years. Find their present ages. So how do you start with this? So again, I have to declare some variables. Let Ramu's present age is R and father's present age is equal to 3R. Father's present age, let it be F. Okay, R and F. And you know the present age of Ramu's father is 3 times that of Ramu. Okay, F is equal to 3R itself is an equation for you. F is equal to 3R. Because Ramu's father is 3 times that of the Ramu. F is father 3 times of that Ramu. After 5 years, Ramu is going to get 5 more years. This is after 5 years, not now, after 5. And similarly, father is also going to get 5 more years. The sum of their ages will be 70 years. This is equation number 2. After 5 years means you are adding 5 years, 5 years. So Ramu plus F is equal to what? Plus 5 is 10. 70 minus 10 is 60. So now father is 3 times. So this equation I can substitute here. 3R is equal to 60. So R is equal to 15. When R is equal to 15, father will be 45. So what is your answer? 15 and 45. Yeah, Simran, right. Ramu 15, Yogi, father 45. Perfect. So whoever is getting the answer, you can put it in the chat box, please. So equations are helping you to find the values for the variables. Equations are helping you to find the values for the variables. So 21 answer, and then you have 45 and 15. Okay, so try one more before we do more questions on this. Length of a rectangle is 8 meters less than twice its breadth. The perimeter of the rectangle is 56. Find the length and the breadth. Yeah, Asif, yeah, I could see your answer, 1545. Yeah, size Shahid. So 00, I didn't get that. 1545 is right. Length of a rectangle is 8 meters less than twice its breadth. The perimeter of a rectangle is 56. Find the length and the breadth. So please solve it and tell me the answer. Yeah, breadth is 12, length is 16. Yeah, 16 and 12, 12 and 16. Yeah, Varshini Polisetti. Yeah, so I could see the answers. Perfect. So how do you, as soon as you think of a rectangle, okay, you visualize something like this. This is a rectangle. The length of a rectangle is 8 meters less than twice its breadth. If B is the breadth, the length is 8 meters. 2B minus 8 is 8 meters less than twice its breadth. 2 times its breadth minus 8. The perimeter of a rectangle. What is perimeter of a rectangle? 2 into L. Yeah, good, good. Okay, some of you are able to recollect this. So this is what knowledge is. Okay, so whatever you have learned in your school days, you are able to apply it to even today. That is knowledge. So solving this problem is a skill. So you are using the knowledge which you have learned years before to solve a problem today. That is skill. Okay, so perimeter is 2 into L plus B. So now I can substitute here 2 into what is L? 2B minus 8, then again plus B. And this left side is perimeter, which is 56. So from this, I can say that 56, okay, which is equal to, okay, so let's remove this brackets and write 56, 2B and 3B. Okay, so 2B plus B is 3B. So 2 into 3 is 6B and 2 into 8, 16. So like this, okay, you can start solving or writing the equations and solving them, right? So 6B is say 72. So you get your B value, which is 12, 16 and 12. Okay, so what is that you are actually doing here? Reading the problem carefully. Denote the unknown on the quantity to be found like X, Y, Z, MN, OPQ, whatever. Okay, declare the variables. Write the problem in the form of algebraic equation by making a relation among the quantities and solve the equation. Okay, again, couple of more, check the solution part. So 12 more than a number is 17. Okay, so what is that? Few students have basic English. Okay, so little problem in terms of understanding. Okay, you should actually try and get what the examiner is telling you through those English words. So 12 more than a number is 17. So add 12 to the unknown and say it is equal to 17. How do you write the equation? I don't know the number, so let that be x. 12 more means plus. 12 plus x is equal to 17. Your x is equal to 5. Difference of a number and 45 is 12. Difference of a number, I don't know the number, let that be x, and 45 is 12. difference. So x minus 45 equals 12. So your x value, you can solve it and get the x value. So what type of equation you will write? X minus 45 is equal to 12. So basically, okay, interpreting that English language and writing that in the form of an equation. 5 less than 2 times a number is same as 7. See English words. These are English words. You should actually try to understand these words and write them in the form of an equation. 5 less means I have to subtract 5. Then 2 times a number. Number x means 2x. Is
2x
same
minus
as
1.
7. Is same as is nothing but equality or equal to. Subtract 5 from 2 times the unknown and say it is equal to 7. So how do you write the equation? 2x minus 5 is equal to 7. So your ability to understand these English words and putting that in the form of an equation. 2/5 of a number is minus 2. 2/5 of a number. Okay, number I don't know x. So 2 by 5 of x is equal to minus 2. That is how you frame the equation. Okay, so try to solve this question and tell me. The sum of two numbers is 125 and the difference is 15. Find the numbers. So quickly you write the equations and then solve it and get the values. Sum of two numbers. So what is your reaction? As you read, your mind is already telling you what is that you do. Sum of two numbers. So x plus y is equal to 125. Difference means minus symbol. X minus y is 15. So quickly I'll cancel it out. 2x is equal to say 140 and x is equal to 70. So I see, okay, so I see the answer where x is 70. Okay. So from the competitive exam perspective, you need not solve also. You straight away take the answer. From the competitive exam perspective, no need to solve for y value because x has a unique value which is 70 and it is not matching with any other choice. So you need to save your time so that you can attempt more number of questions. Okay, so some students they keep okay, so even though they see that x is equal to 70, some students actually they do this part also. So when x is 70, they want to substitute 70 plus y is equal to 125 and y they want to substitute 30 and 25 55. Only when they write this 55, they start ticking this answer. Only after writing and calculating y value as 55, now they go and tick B is my choice. Okay, you may be right, but from a competitive examination, okay, when the target is to attempt more number of questions, when the competition is there, you are expected to do more questions in limited time. So somewhere you have to squeeze in, okay, more time to attempt more questions. Okay, so please be, okay, mindful of all these things where all you can save your time, you have to save your time. Try this. Two numbers differ by 1 and the product is 56. Find the numbers. Oral calculation, no use of pen paper. Do you require pen paper for this when the choices are already there for you? So what is that you are looking at? Product, okay, difference of 1. Difference of 1 is observed in all the choices. So now what is the product? Product is 56. So definitely my eyes will go and stop where the product is 56. So I don't do any calculation here. So I'm only searching where I get the product 56. Try this. A number consists of two digits whose product is 63. When 18 is subtracted from the number, the digits interchange their places. Find the number. Perfect. Chandu answered it. Others? A number consists of two digits whose product is 63. So quickly I can look at something. This product is 72. This product is 50. But these are, okay, at least I'm able to, my answer getting right is 50% chance now. Because I eliminated two choices. 18 is subtracted from the number. Okay, so if I subtract 18, if I subtract 18 from this, will the numbers get interchanged? Or if I subtract from this, will the numbers get interchanged? So what is my answer? If I subtract here, my numbers are not getting interchanged. When 18 is subtracted from the number, the digits interchange. 97 is becoming 79, but when I subtract minus 18 here, it is becoming 61. So obviously my answer can't be a choice. Okay, 97 is the right answer. Done? Okay, so we will stop here. Same chapter will continue tomorrow also. So you can join the call at 8:15. Okay, please join the call at 8:15. So whoever is there on the call, you can also tell your friends, okay, inform them that we'll begin the class at 8:15 and it will go up to 9:15 or 9:30.
Sir, this recording will be provided in the portal or not?
It will be provided after 20 days.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that will be told to you. No, notes is not provided. You have to take the notes. Notes is not provided. Only questions is provided. I'll convert this PDF, PPT into PDF and share you the questions. The workings you have to get. Okay, good that you are asking doubts.
Sir, you are
Yes.
going to provide me in our groups or our representative person of the mentor.
Yeah, I will give that link in the chat box itself. You can directly access it.
Okay, sir.
Once will you tell the syllabus or the content which is there in
Tomorrow,
aptitude and reasoning?
yeah, tomorrow I will tell us if I looked at your question. Tomorrow I will tell.
Okay, sir. Done.
Anybody has any other doubts, you can ask. Asma, you have to write your notes. Okay, so I'm ending the call now.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Okay,
we
yeah.
need to yes, sir.